welcome back to the Mr. Excel podcast. I'm Bill Jelen. Well, I said we wanted to try and take some viewer calls, and we have our first one. Kevin from Chicago called and left a voicemail with a great question. Now, if you want to call and be on the podcast, it's really simple. Just give us a call at 866-581-0221, which goes to a voicemail. Just say, hey, this is Mary from San Francisco. Give us your question, and you could be on the podcast. So here's Kevin's question.
Hi, Bill. This is Kevin from Chicago. I have a situation where I have a bunch of data in which there are sometimes leading spaces and sometimes ending spaces. And usually the words or the categories I have in my list are also separated into, sometimes there are multiple words for a category. I was wondering if there was an easy way to eliminate either trailing or leading spaces before words without, if I just did a straight replace, I would be replacing all the spaces. Sometimes I need to keep those spaces in between words. And some words are one word and some words are multiple words. So I don't know exactly what I can do in that situation. What's the best way to handle it? If you know the way, I'd appreciate your help. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Hey, there you go. Well, that's a great first question. Thanks to Kevin for calling in. I built a simple spreadsheet here to show us basically what Kevin has. He has in column A some text, and there's multiple words in the text, and you'll notice that there's leading spaces and trailing spaces. Okay, so what we want to do, Kevin noted that if you try to use edit and replace in column A, we'd lose the spaces between the words. So what I want to do is I want to insert a temporary column in column B. We'll use insert column here, and we're going to use a great function called the trim function. Equal trim of A2 will remove the leading spaces, the trailing spaces, and any double internal spaces. So if you have 2 or 3 spaces between words, it shortens it down to 1. So there's our trim function. I'm going to double click the fill handle to copy that down to all of the rows of my data. And to make sure it worked, we'll hit the N key and the down arrow key and see that we're all the way at the bottom. We are. So now we're good to go. But before we can delete column A, we need to change column B from formulas to values. So I'll select that whole range, use edit, copy, edit, paste special, values. This converts those formulas to their current values, and that in essence then allows us to copy that range over column A, deleting the temporary column B, and you've now removed the leading and trailing spaces. Kevin, thanks for calling in. If you would like to call in, remember phone number 866-581-0221. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for another podcast from Mr. Excel.